Hi, this is Risah, and this time, let's get real about human experience. So, I'm currently in Langkawi, and I had a conversation with friends yesterday, which got me thinking that I could talk more about this topic, which is capacity and also focus, I suppose. I couldn't really find a good word for it, but I think I think it's a good topic or a good context or a good content to talk about. So, I what I wanted to say is that how much or how the world has changed so much. And I don't know if you guys realize that how much or how impatient we have gotten. We want things quick, we want things immediately. And to be honest, because of this too, we don't really have the capacity for our thought process. All right. Okay. Now I know what I wanted to talk about in a more detailed way. I wanted to talk about thought process, and also capacity. So the reason why I want to talk about this is that I notice how AI and how technology has really slowed down our thought process in many different ways. And it has created so much of impatience inside of us, not just towards ourselves, but towards the surrounding, the environment, our success, our results, literally everything. And if we really think about it, put it this way. Let's think about thought process as water and capacity as the container for your water. So, for example, currently in my business or in my career, I'm all about humans' inner work, emotion, behavior, what else? Unconscious, energy, everything of it. So, my thought process in that is huge. So, my container, maybe it's a swimming pool. So, I have a swimming pool, which means it's my capacity. And the thought process is the water, which is the size of a swimming pool. Okay? And that is my forte. So, coming to the next, it could be maybe a human thought process or another new thought process or another part that is about maybe leadership. Like maybe there's a new way of business or a new way of leadership, a thought process that is not within my container. And this thing is new and I have to put it into my container, right? So what do? I would need to maybe break a part of the container to build a bigger swimming pool so that I can fit into this thought process. Instead of which I would say maybe the current world is doing a lot of it for quicker results and with the impatience isn't helping. So for example, maybe a lot of people will find AI, ChatGPT for advices. Okay, what I should do, what is this about, what do you advise me, yada yada. So the thought process or the knowledge or the wisdom from that is from other people, and maybe your container can only take this small part. But because of the help or the support of technology, they are giving you this much. And you are squeezing into your container or your own swimming pool, but you can't really absorb it because your container or your swimming pool is this big. And maybe you were thinking, okay, I need to break my swimming pool. I need to break the bricks. I need to break the tiles. I need to refresh everything. Guys, building a swimming pool needs time, which means thought processes need time to process and integrate. I hope you guys could sit in for that for a little while. Everyone is getting more impatient, not because the world is competing, it's because everyone is chasing for quick answers. But life can only go as fast as you allow it to and you are ready for it. And how ready you are, it really depends on how big is your swimming pool. If you get triggered easily for any kind of opinions from others, then you may want to review back the size of your container. So I'm giving you one example. If imagine you are or imagine the energy, whatever experiences, the conversation that you had with other people, regardless opinions, feedbacks, experiences, whatever. It comes in the form of water, and so so those are the water, right? The water is maybe your experience, your everything, you being, and for you to support yourself, you are the container. So I'm just giving an example. If you're the container of a cup or a glass, along with the water, someone's opinion or someone's bad review about you, or someone's, regardless of bad or good, or someone's negativity, if you really want to put it, is an ink. And the ink is being dropped into your water, the glass of the water. So what do you expect it will happen? The water maybe will become black, right? But what if you're switching yourself into a bigger container, maybe a bigger pail or a bigger bucket, and there's more water, and the ink is just one drop? What will happen with the water? It doesn't get contaminated. It doesn't get contaminated as much as the glass or the cup, right? So what we can do for ourselves is to really extend or expand our capacity so that they have spaces to move around and you have a greater clarity in terms of the things that you need to think, do, and be. But if you like to be a swimming pool or beyond a swimming pool, like a very big swimming pool, a big river, you gotta give yourself patience to build that, right? If let's say you want to change a swimming pool from a size A to a size B, you still need to crack the tiles. You still need to revamp how the entire water pump goes to. You need to put it back. You need to try, test, and error. So all those need time and effort. And most importantly is you need time and effort to think of how you can make everything work as smooth as possible. So my advice so what I like to really share about today is don't get caught up with the urgency of energy. What I meant by urgency is that part in terms of I need to get quick results without putting the effort into it. No matter how, you still gotta put effort, but the effort needs to be smart. And one way for it is to learn how to integrate your thinking, your actions, and your truth. It's not easy. I'm still learning every day, but I hope everyone is able to keep this into their everyday life so that we can all know that, so that we all can know that living in this world, or the world, is so much bigger than what we thought it would be. And we, every human, is able to create every new possibility. And today's episode is a bit long, and I'm gonna, and yeah, and yeah. So, being real, being human, and another thing is being divine. Hope you have a nice day. I'll see you soon. Bye.